It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Espresso here on SABC3, definitely your feel-good breakfast show. Now this morning in our Espresso kitchen, we are cooking with a fruit that the Chinese thought was a symbol of immortality. And in the Odyssey, Homer even referred to it as a gift from the gods. It's all about pears today, and we've brought in our expert, Chef Chart, who's going to be making us a very delicious spiced poached autumn fruit dessert this morning. How are you, Chef Chart?
I'm fabulous, and how are you?
I can see you're fabulous. I am just as fabulous as well.
Jolly good. Like
jolly
it's
good.
Always good. Absolutely. So we're a wonderful dish that you can serve it either rather warm or you can have it rather cold.
Lovely.
Up to you. Whatever floats your boat. And lots of things
variety.
that can go with it. Absolutely. So variety is definitely key here.
Wonderful.
So we've got a bit of variety. In my pot here, I've got some red wine on the boil there.
Okay.
Just make sure it's red wine that's sort of drinkable. Not something your mother-in-law gave you at about £5 a bottle there. That's
Yeah,
going to give
that's
you
not gonna be
absolute headache. Cheap booze is going to make it cheap.
One that comes out of a packet, nah.
Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
Cool.
So make sure it's something drinkable. You know, 35 to 55 rand a bottle is quite sufficient. Don't go crazy with that there. To that, we're going to be adding a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
I've got some water, some
Lovely.
beautiful spices, bit of cinnamon,
Ooh, I see.
vanilla, I've got a bit of vanilla pod, bay leaf, black peppers, black peppercorns, should I say, and some cloves
That's
as well.
fantastic.
I've got some orange and lemon slices to go with that.
All right.
And then my lovely bit of fruit. I've got some apples, I've got some pears, quince.
Quince,
authentic
yes.
wine. Typical fruit that's just coming out through, it's been harvested now, and then some pineapples as
Lovely.
well. So those are the ingredients that we're all going to fuse together.
Okay.
So if I can ask you to please do the honours with adding that in there. So that's your
everything
sugar,
that's in
just
here.
all of it in there.
Okay, cool.
So sugar, water into red wine. That has already been boiling. What's going to be the red wine? We're going to start evaporating the alcohol, so it's just left with a lovely grape. So we haven't got that sharpness through there. And then your spices. So in with your cinnamon, bay leaf, black peppercorns, and your cloves.
Yes.
And then I've split the vanilla pod.
Why did you decide to use a vanilla pod instead of vanilla essence, though?
Right, vanilla essence. One day you'll grow another ear with it. Okay?
Oh, really?
Remember, this is pure vanilla essence. Is all chemically formulated at the end of the day. So who knows what's in there? Anyway, pop in a bit of fresh vanilla as well as the lemon slices and orange as well.
Okay.
So just allow that to infuse for about a minute or so, bring it back up to the boil, and then add in your lovely fruit. So if I can ask you to drain those fruits and just pop them in whole there. I'll just put them in a little bit of lemon water, just because obviously everything oxidizes very quickly. And then I'm just going to cut this quince in half, and then in quarters.
Are we going to pop these pears
Pop
in
them
whole?
straight in, absolutely
Alrighty.
whole. And keep those pears lovely and chunky. And I'm just going to quickly remove the core as well here. So just keep going around and then just take out the core, the hard bits.
Those are really hard, hey?
They are certainly hard. They need to be cooked down, but wow, when these cook down into a jelly or into this lovely poaching liquor, you're amazed at how much they change completely in structure. So quite starchy at this stage, but not a problem at all.
Do you want me to put this lemon in, or
no, don't worry about the lemon. That's just for the lemon water there. And that's all that you really need to do, is just pull that together and bring it back up to the boil and then turn it down and allow it to gently tick over.
Wonderful.
But what I'm going to be doing is what we call a cartouche. So I'm taking a piece of greaseproof paper and I've folded it up, folded in half, and then folded in half, folded in half, folded in half, folded in half, cut round, and sort of opens up. Can you start bow tie sometimes?
Oh, lovely.
Where it really opens up completely, and you can just pop that on top. Now, it's not like
Why
on a
would
lid.
you decide to use this instead of a lid?
It's a softer means of putting a lid. It's not sort of going to be very aggressive pressure at all coming from the surface, so it's very light. So some of the steam still escapes, but still holds it down there.
Very nice.
So, sort of 20 minutes later on a gentle simmer, sort of ticks over very, very gently. We've got our end result. Ooh, I did forget my pineapple, by the way.
For how long would we be cooking this down?
About 20 minutes, a lot slimmer.
While you're doing that, if you would like the recipe for our spiced poached autumn fruit this morning, all you have to do is SMS the word fruit to 33728. We'll send you your pick and pay shopping list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this as well. Also, let us know what is your favorite way to cook pears. Let us know on our Facebook page. We would love to hear from you as well, because we love pears on the show.
So once that 20 minutes at a lovely simmer, then just allow it to cool down in those juices. You can imagine sort of slurps up all the lovely spicy flavors and that red wine, that's lovely sort of sugary syrup as well that it becomes. And all you just need to do is just sort of serve it up. So I've got a lovely bowl, presentation bowl here, and literally take your different fruits there. So I've got a little piece of quince, I've got a little piece of pineapple, I've got a bit of apple here as well.
Got some apple.
So remember
can't
my
really
little
tell
star.
which is which there.
Well, you're going to try and work out which is which. The
Okay.
textures are also different, which is
Yes.
really quite cool. And then last but
That's
not least,
definitely
you
the
take
pear.
your pear and you can just nestle the pear
Ooh.
on the top in
I
some sort
love
of
the
fashion.
colour.
Absolutely. And then just take a spoonful and then just spoon that liquid over all the way on
What
the top
did you
there.
have this with, Chart?
Imagine some lovely ice cream. I believe there's some ice cream bit later on coming on the
Yes.
show. So look out for that. That will go exceptionally well. Put a little slither on the side if you still want to keep that lovely
Beautiful.
infusion on that there as well.
wow.
And then what I like to do is just
Yeah.
take out that little bit of vanilla pod
Vanilla
there
pod, yeah.
and then just cut it into a few thin strands.
I love that you can use everything
Absolutely,
in this recipe.
utilize this all up here now, and then take a pinch of sort of caster sugar or sugar,
Ooh.
and what you do is sort of create a bit of a frosted sort of
Very
look
clever.
for a bit of a stem that you can just sort of
Very nice.
pop into there. So I've just made a little incision in here somewhere earlier. Let's just sort of do it again here.
Well, while
Make an
you're
incision.
decorating that, if you would like this recipe one more time, all you have to do is SMS the word fruit to 33728. We will send you the Pick and Pay shopping list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making your very own spiced poached autumn fruit tonight. It's very easy, it's very quick as well.
Absolutely, it's very
and
quick.
It looks delicious, I
And you know
must
what?
tell you.
2-3 days later, it's even better.
Seriously?
Absolutely.
So you could pop this in the fridge
Keep
and
it in
then
the
serve
fridge
it
for a couple
again.
of days, serve it again later on, serve it with some custard. Well, there's loads of bits and pieces,
Yeah.
and whatever fruit, maybe some fresh raspberries, blackberries, there's a few left in season now, a few strawberries, whatever your Pick and Pay store's got, and get creative. I just picked a few
Gorgeous.
flowers from the garden, and there we go.
Oh,
a beautiful
Chad, you've once
poached
again
fruits.
outdone yourself. That looks absolutely amazing. Why don't we tuck into it while we go over to you and,
Oh,
and Nancy?
sounds divine.
Very nice. Thank you.
Goodness can be found in encouraging greatness at the Junior Runners Academy in Soweto. Pick and Pay, always there for you.